What's going on, folks that are watching this video? This is Hot Wheels 442, or some people are, when I was born, most people call me Jason. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, howdy doody from Spatooty. Anyway, I usually am presenting Hot Wheels, but today I'm going to talk about something different. Anyway, alright, my friends and neighbors from abroad. Well, I often wondered why. It's just something I'm talking about out of the blue. I'm just making it up as I go. Kind of like if I was talking to somebody right on my couch there, or bed. I often wondered why I didn't remember, and I'm sure y'all probably the same way, especially a Gen Z like me, which I'm an age of 53 and getting older. I don't feel like I'm 53, but I know I'm starting to change the subject. But I often wonder, to go back to what I was talking about, why and like y'all probably went through this, are going through the same thing at my age, or maybe a little younger. You don't remember things before you're 3 or 4, 2, 3, 4 years old. And I don't know whether it's the truth or not, but I bet you the reason why is because at that time period you don't talk, you don't say anything. You just when you're at between 1 and 3 years old or 4 years old, I don't remember anything like I've been saying, but maybe it's because it's just an opinion, just my just talking points for today, that we probably don't remember things because we don't talk. We don't know our language. We don't know what to say. Well, that right there is a bed. Those are weights. These are Hot Wheels, of course. As you can tell, I collect Hot Wheels, and that's my main channel. But to make this video long, to make a long story short, when I was younger, there's one thing I do remember, was going to my uncle's house. Maybe I don't even remember how old I was, maybe 1, 2 years old, maybe 3, and walking around, or as you do or maybe I don't know whether I was walking on 2 feet or 4, or 2 feet, 2 hands, but whatever the case was, there was a guitar, and it looked really scary, because at that age, the guitar was those old guitars, with the hole in the middle of it. And I looked at that thing, and it scared me to death. And that's one of the things I remember. Another thing I remember was my baby, the bed I used to sleep in when I was a baby had baby blue ribs on the side, and I used to chew on them. That's another thing I remember. But that's about the only thing. And there's one other thing I remember when I was younger. My dad my parents used to put a bed under a train set, and I would always remember that this is when I was maybe 3 or 4 years old, that I would sleep under that train set. And those are about the only things I can remember. But I could, after 4 or 5 years old, I could just tell you all kinds of, I could spend all day telling you some of the things I remember. And in a nutshell, that's what I wanted to share today. Nothing out of the ordinary, just some kind of random thing I just wanted to talk about. Well, y'all have a nice day, and keep holding your head up high and feeling positive, right? That's what we got to do in life. All right. So y'all take care. Goodbye, and have a nice night. It is about 4:30 here in Houston, Texas. All right. Goodbye.